right? There's a saying. There's a saying that if you hang around the barbershop long enough, eventually you get a haircut, right? If you hang around the barbershop long enough, eventually you will get a free haircut. So that's basically what I'm doing, right? Because in the past, I did a free access for people to tap in and they wasted my time, right? So 3 days free. Click on that link. I posted it. Check it out. 3 days. And then it's basically $15 to have access, some limited access. And then on April 21st, when I open the doors, you can decide to join or not, right? But let's keep it going. Y'all ready? You ready? Do you see my screen? What the hell? Oh, no wonder. Do you see my screen? All right. So this is how we trade, right? This is the fundamentals. In order for you to get in the game, you have to understand candlesticks. Candlesticks is what we are using to trade. So when I was talking about the bulls and the bears, right? This is how you determine. So a candle, right, determines whether the bulls are in control or the bears are in control. So how do you determine what a bullish candle is? If the candle opens and it closes higher than it opened, then it's bullish. Which means that if the price is at $10 at open and at 10:30 the price is at $10.50, then it will create a bullish candle because the close is higher than the open. So this gives you the body of the candle, right? Open, close. This is the highest point that the candle got to during that 30 minutes. This is the lowest point the candle got to during that 30 minutes. And this is where the candle closed. So if a candle opens here and it closes higher than it's open, it creates a bullish candle. Conversely, on the bearish side, if a candle opens at, let's say, $10 and it closes an hour later at $9.50, that means the bears push the price down. So that candle is going to have a red body. It's bearish because the close is lower than the open. Does that make sense? Type 21 if you're picking up what I'm putting down. This is basics of candlesticks. This is how we trade. This is what we use to trade. This is what we utilize to find the patterns in the market. So in order for you to start, you have to understand the basics. This is the basics of trading. You're gonna need to understand candlesticks. Okay. So again, this is a bullish candle because it has a bullish body. It opened here and it closed here. So it gives it a bullish body, right? The color doesn't matter. You can change the color to purple. It doesn't matter. So long as the close is higher than the open, is bullish. If the close is lower than the open, then it's bearish, right? So you got a bullish candle represented with a green color, bearish candle, which is represented with a red color, but you can represent it with any color. You can turn it black, yellow, white, purple, green. It doesn't matter, right? You determine whatever you want the color to be. And then this here is called a doji candle. A doji candle is an indecision candle, a candle that doesn't have a body, right? So you see the bearish candle has a body, a full body. The bullish candle has a full body, but it's green. But the doji candle has no body, right? That means it opened and closed at the same price. When it opened, it made a high, it made a low, but it closed at the same price that it opened. So essentially, let's say, for example, it opened at $10. Then during that hour or during that day or during that 15 minutes, depending on what time frame you're looking at, within that time frame, let's say 1 hour, it opened at $10, and at some point it went all the way to $12. Then it dropped. Trump said something and it dropped all the way to $8. But when the 1 hour was up, let's say it opened at 10 o'clock, by 11 o'clock, it closed back at $10, which means it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go up. I mean, it went up, it went down, but it closed at the same price it opened at. So it doesn't have a body. See, you get a bearish body if it opens at the top and it closes at the bottom. Then you get a bearish red body. If it opens at the bottom and closes at the top, then you get a bullish green body. But if it opens and closes at the same price, then it has no body. It's flat. It's like a plus sign. Type 21 if you pick it up what I'm putting there. You're going to need to understand this. You're going to need to get the basics, because this is what we build on. This is everything we're going to use to find opportunities and micro strategy and gold and Bitcoin and shit coins, whatever, right? This is the basics. All right. Then we have 2-bar reversals. So 2-bar reversals is bullish, right? There's bullish 2-bar reversal. So if you get a candle, right, that opens at the top, closes at the bottom, then the next candle opens at the bottom, right, and closes at the same top that the previous candle opened at, then it's a reversal. It's a 2-bar reversal, right? So this is a bullish 2-bar reversal, which means price wants to go up because the bears pushed the market down and the bulls came with momentum and volume and pushed it right back up to where it opened. So the market is telling you they want to go up. On the opposite side, we have a bearish 2-bar reversal where the market opened here and it closes down here. I mean, it opened at the bottom, went to the top, right? But then the bears came in an hour later or 2 hours later or 1 day later, and they erased all the gains, right? So this signifies that the bears have momentum because they came back and with strong volume and momentum, they pushed all the gains back down. You get it? Inside bars. This is one of the most powerful setups, right? So this is an inside bar. You have the high and the low of the first candle, right? High, low, this is the mother candle. This is a pregnant candle, right? So the first red candle is the mother. Then you have a baby inside bar, right? So when the top of the candle breaks, you want to go up. All things being equal, right? If the bottom of the first candle breaks, most of the time the price will go down, right? So same thing here. The first candle can be red or green. It doesn't matter. So long as the next candle is within the high and the low of the first candle. So it makes it a baby, right? The high of the mother and the low of the mother is, the low is higher than the baby, right? And the high is higher than the top of the baby. You with me? Type 21 if you're picking it up. I'm trying to talk a little fast, otherwise we're gonna be here all day, because I think I still have a few slides. So, and then I got to distribute the sat. So, but I'm trying to give you guys so much fucking game that it wouldn't even make sense for you to go buy anybody's course. That's my objective here. I want to give you so much free fucking game that you're gonna be like, why the fuck would I go pay somebody for this? Right? Now, the information, I'm giving you the information for free. The execution, if you want me to hold your hands and do it in real time, then you got to tap in, right? So this is one of my favorite candles, right? This is a pin bar. So a pin bar tells you so much, right? So this is a bearish pin bar on the right, and this is a bullish pin bar on the left. So how do you determine what a pin bar is? Okay, so with a pin bar on the left-hand side, we're talking about the bullish pin bar first, right? Price opened here, right? Then at some point, it dropped all the way down, which means it was red at some point, right? Because the opening price is here, and then the closing price is here. But during the session could be 5 minutes, it could be 1 day, it could be 2 days, it could be 1 week. Price dropped all the way down, which means the bears were in control. They were pushing it down, right? And then the bulls said, oh, hell no. They came back and pushed it all the way up. Not only did they push it back up to where it opened, they actually went higher and closed higher than it opened. So it has a small body and a long wick, right? So because it closed higher than it opened, the wick is green, right? It made a higher point here and then came back down, giving it the hammer. It looks like a hammer. It's a pin bar, we call it, right? The opposite is also true for a bearish pin. For a bearish pin, market opened here, right? Opened here, right here, right? At some point, bulls pushed the market up. Oh, shit. Bulls put the market up. So at some point, this was a green candle. It went up, 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 up. And then the bear said, hell no, we're not going any higher. They erased all the gains back to the entry, went below the entry, right? And then closed lower than it opened. So it gives you a bearish candle. Bearish pin bar. And this is how it looks, right? So in real time, this is how a bearish pin bar can be used, because it is used as an exhaustion candle, as a reversal candle. So if you look at Bitcoin here, Bitcoin was trending down, 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 right? So this is the bears pushing the market down, down, down. And at some point, this was a red candle that was pushing down here to like 25,700. And the bulls came in and it raised all the bearishness and it closed as a pin bar. So now if you see this, you can buy here and look at the run up, right? So this is how you use it in real time. Here's another example of a pin bar, right? Going up, you buy, you sell, right? This is a pin bar. You would have bought a put, or you short the market, right? So if you see it, it means that it was going up. And then They came and erased the bullishness, so you short it on the way down. Over here, it was going up. You see the pin bar, you do a put. A put means you're predicting that price is going to go down. So this would have been a put, this would have been a put, this would have been a put, or you would have sold one short, one short, one short. You don't want to be buying here. You want to be selling. You don't want to be buying calls. You want to be buying puts, right? The same thing is here. When the market is going up, 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 after a run up, if you see a pin bar at the top of a move, right? Yeah, in this case, black is sell. But you know, you can use red, you can use purple. But yeah, so like I was telling you, sometimes people use green and red. Some people use white and black. So the white is bullish, right? Which means the bulls had momentum. It was going up, 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 and then the burst came in. So on this screen, the black is bearishness, right? That is selling. The white is buying. So market was going up, 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 and then it formed a pin bar here, right? And then since then, the market retraced. Burst came in and pushed it down, right? This is how it looks. So in this case, we have a red candle followed by a pin bar. And if you see this, all things being equal, depending on what the market is doing, the structure, the trend, right? There's more to it than this, but I'm giving you the basics so you understand how we are able to extract cash from Wall Street to buy Bitcoin. We are using these patterns, right? Because they repeat themselves over time. So if you learn how to use this, you can spot them in the market and buy after you see a pin bar at support or resistance and make some money. These are pin bars, right? These are tweezer bottoms. When you have a pin bar that rejects and you have another pin bar that rejects at the same level, right? This is actually stronger because it's not just one pin bar, it's two pin bars, right? These are all pin bars, right? They come in different shapes. It's like women, right? You have fat women, skinny women, thick women, you know, obese women, whatever, they are still women, right? The same thing with men. You got fat men, skinny men, athletic men. Men are men. These are bodies, but they are still the same thing, right? Just because this one is red, or it doesn't change it doesn't change what they are. They still have the same effect. They still telling the same story. So there's a standard pin bar here. It has no wick at the top. It looks like a hammer, right? Then you have a pin bar with a nose. It still has the same effect, right? You can trade these the same way. You want to buy when the top breaks. Same thing. This is a pin bar with no real body, right? But it still has the same effect. Then this is a standard bearish pin bar. So with these, when you see it at the top of a move, you want to buy a put or you want to sell short, right? It's a doji, but it's still a pin bar, right? It doesn't have a body, or it has a small body, but the small body is at the top of the candle. So this could be very powerful because it's a doji pin bar, right? It's a pin bar, but it's a doji. Pin bar with no real body, pin bar with no real body. So depending on where you see it, right, it could be signifying indecision or signifying the end of a trend, right? Then we have bullish engulfing bars. Bullish engulfing bars is like inside bars, the ones that I talked to you about, but it's on the other side. The mother is on the other side, right? It's still the same thing. The baby is in the belly, just that the mother is on the right side, not the left side, right? Bullish engulfing, small candle followed by a bullish green candle, right? Where it forms matters. You want to see this at the bottom of a trend or at support. We'll go over that. Bullish engulfing. This is $18 trillion worth of gain. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of these fake gurus don't even know this, right? But when you see this bullish engulfing bar, the effect is a pin bar. Type 21 if you're picking up this game. The effect of a bullish engulfing bar is a pin bar, because in essence, this first candle, which is the red candle, right, opened here and it closed here, right? Then there was a gap, which means something happened in the market where the price gapped down. Because usually when price closes, the next candle will open at the same price that the previous candle closed, right? But with the bullish engulfing, what happened was something happened overnight or during the day that pushed the market drastically down. So it didn't open, the next candle didn't open where the previous candle closed. It gapped down. So it gapped down here, right? And then it managed to close significantly above the opening of the previous one. So in essence, it erased all the bearishness and ended up with a body. So if you look at it together, right, this one is red and it came all the way down. And then this one erased all the bearishness, right, came all the way here and then surpassed that high, went here and closed here. So in essence, it creates somewhat of a pin bar, which then tells you that the bulls want to push the market up. Type 21 if you're picking up this game. All right. So the opposite is true for bearish engulfing candles, right? Anything you do on one side, you can do on the other side, right? So with bearish engulfing candles, you want to see this at the top of a move, right? So when market has been going up, and then you see there's a gap up, and then the bears came in and pushed it down lower than the low of the previous candle. So it gapped up, then it closed lower. That means the bears are in control. They're trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you there's a reversal around the corner, right? Same thing here. This candle, you can see that the high of the red candle and the bottom of the red candle engulfs the body of the green candle, right? So if the body engulfs this or the wick engulfs it, either way, it's a bearish engulfing. So it could be the body or it could be the wicks. The wicks is the high and the low of the red candle. The body is the open and the close. So if the body covers the body of the previous candle, then it's telling you that the bears are in control. Again, if you put them together, it gives you the effect of a bearish candle. So here's an example of this in real time, right? So this is a real-time example. Home Depot, we actually traded this and made a lot of money on this. So you see the candles going up. Then we got a pin bar here, right? You see a pin bar here? Do you guys see it? Type 21 if you see it. Type 21 if you see it. Are you guys learning? Let me know. Let me know if I'm cooking, because I feel like this is a $1,000 masterclass that I'm delivering here for free. You know what I'm saying? So this is it in real life, right? Because it's one thing to just show the charts, but this is it in real life. Okay. Here's another example. So you see it. We go up, then we come down, then we see this. You see this? We had one here. This is also a pin bar. So you see how this pin bar pushed the market up. This is also a pin bar. So they are all over the place. You see this pin bar here that I'm pointing at, push price down. This pin bar, push price up. So if you did a put or you sold here, you would have made money. If you bought here, you would have made money. If you bought here, you would have made money. If you sold here, you would have made some money, right? If you sold here, you would have made some money. This, we made money on Walmart. It run up crazy, right? Yep. Again, this is SPY. So SPY went up crazy, right? Then it dropped. When it dropped, it created a pin bar. This is a pin bar on a 2-week run up from here, right? They are very effective. You also see this is a pin bar here, run up, right? And then there's bullish engulfings all over the place too. So pin bar here, there's a pin bar here, there's a pin bar here, right? Pin bar here, pin bar here. There's a bearish pin bar, push the price down. This is NVIDIA, right? Price went up, pin bar, inside bar. So this is a pin bar, inside bar. Very powerful, right? Pin bar, inside bar. There's a baby inside the belly of this pin bar. And it took price from a little over 100 all the way to 200. This is how you make money. Type 21 if you pick it up this game. Who is giving you this type of game? Who is giving you this type of shit for free? And at the end of the day, I'm going to reward you with sats too. Who doing that? Who is doing that? Okay, we'll go. I'm going to just talk a little fast. So support and resistance, right? Support is the ceiling. Resistance is support. So if you are buying your pin bars, if you want to buy to go up, right? You want to buy at support. You bounce at support. Support is where demand is. So you're not just trading any pin bar anywhere, right? You want to buy when the price drops to support. If you see a pin bar or bullish engulfing, you buy it. Then at resistance, you get out. Or resistance is where you want to see a bearish pin bar so you can go down. So if I go back to this, you see where NVIDIA was? This is support. You want to buy at support. You want to sell at resistance or take profits at resistance. If I go back again on SPY, see, support is when there's a peak over here. This was resistance, right? When resistance breaks, it becomes support, right? It flips. So resistance is a ceiling. Wherever the price touches, it gets pushed down, and eventually it breaks through. Then price will come back down and retest the resistance as support. So this is where you want to utilize your pin bars. Once it breaks and comes down to retest with a pin bar, you buy and you go, right? This is support, resistance, support, resistance. So this used to be resistance, right? Price broke it, went to form a new resistance. Then the old resistance became support. So if you get your pin bars here, your bullish engulfing, boom, you run it up, right? This was Bitcoin, and I did a class on this in real time. So when I was looking at Bitcoin in real time, right? Bitcoin, the highest point Bitcoin had ever gone to was 73K, right? It went to 73K and then it retraced with pin bars here, right? Type 21 if you still with me. If you falling asleep, wake your ass up. Go wash your face with water or something. People be charging you crazy amount of money for this game. It's $18 trillion worth of game, right? This is 21 million Bitcoins worth of game. Actually, that's better. 21 million Bitcoin worth of game. So watch this chart. Take a mental note of this chart, right? So previously 69K was the resistance for Bitcoin. This happened in 2021. So Bitcoin came all the way up here, then it dropped, right? Then it peaked, then it dropped again, and then gave a pin bar. So look at what happened. So this is where we were, right? This screenshot, I did a presentation on this, and I took a picture of this, right? So this is where we were, but this is where it was. So you see these pin bars, eventually it broke and Bitcoin went from that 69K all the way to 126K. But look at the top of Bitcoin at 126K. What do you see up here? What do you see up here? Type it in the chat. What do you see up here? That is a bearish pin bar, right? So if you were paying attention, you would have known, you would have seen that we had resistance and we have a bearish pin bar, right? Because price was going up. Then the bears came in and pushed it down, right? And then ever since, drop, back to the previous look. So the support, the resistance becomes support. Over here in 2021, 64K was the high resistance. Then it came down, tried it again. 64K was the peak. Then Bitcoin dropped. Then it got here again. This is where the previous screenshot is, from here, right? Then it finally broke, went all the way, and now we are here. So this level now becomes support, right? So if the support holds, Bitcoin will likely go all the way back up, or perhaps it may break down lower. It can break down to even here, 49K or 55K or wherever, right? But if this support holds, then it's good. Gonna go all the way back to 126. Or it breaks down slightly, find some support at 55, 59, whatever. Who cares, right? Remember, I was showing you a screenshot of Bitcoin at 7,200, right? So this is an equivalent of you saying, it's a 70K. I'm going to wait until it goes to 65K. Who cares? If the joint is going to $1 million, it doesn't matter. Just buy, right? Again, so if you look at 2016 with Bitcoin, the highs are becoming lows, right? So in 2016 here, right? This was Bitcoin peak over here. Then it dropped. And it went all the way up. Then it dropped. Then it went all the way up again. So you can see the bottoms are getting higher. The highs are getting higher. The bottoms are getting higher. Highs are getting higher. Bottoms are getting higher, right? And this is, look, right here, the 63K right here, because this was in real time, right? The highest point Bitcoin had gone to was 73K. So I'm basically showing you a line graph version of the candlesticks, right? This is the same thing. Candlesticks just gives you more defined price action. It shows you the candles, but a line graph is also telling you the same story. And the story is that it went down and it went up, then it dropped, right? And it went up. but the lows are getting higher, right? So the line graph, this is where we were. You can see Bitcoin went all the way up here, then dropped. The thing with line graph is, if you look at the line graph, it doesn't show you 126, because the line graph doesn't show the peaks. It only shows you the closes. So if you look at this, the line graph will only show you an average of where price closed. The candlestick is going to show you the highest point. The line graph is only showing you the highest point where the body closed, right? All right. So now that we've got in here, I'm going to show you proof of work that we take our profits, right? And we do buy Bitcoin. So I'm not here just talking, right? I'm going to show you a few more things, and then we'll get to the end of it, right? So let's go here. Let me show you this. All right. So you see this? You guys learning or what? You learning or what? Are you guys learning or what? You learning or what? Okay. So just so you know, we are not just talking, right? We take the bread from the market. Look at my man Alex. So we stacking sats. So as you can see, Alex bought Bitcoin, $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. I think the day before he bought another 2,000, right? You can see it here. We stacking sats, right? We are trading to stack sats. This is my man JW. You can see stack 148, stacking sats. We really do this. JW on River, stacking sats. If you're not stacking sats, then what are you trading for? Right? We about this, right? Stacking sats. We stacking sats, right? Look at my man K. Tolley, stacking sats, right? We buying Bitcoin all day, every day, twice on Saturdays, right? I told him, let's fucking go. You know what I'm saying? So this is a community that you need to be part of, because we ain't joking. Ain't nobody doing it like the way we doing it, right? Look at my man JW, stacking every chance, every amount, from 9 to 5, from trading, from whatever, right? $25, $100, just buying, because every dollar you spend on Bitcoin, you probably gonna get 10, 15, 20 back, right? Humble, stacking sats, right? Stacking it on River, right? Always stacking. We never stop stacking. So on Saturdays, I let my folks know, you see me, it's Satoshi Saturday, let's stack, right? My man Norbert, you see that, stacking. He buys $33 every day, right? So there's no one way to do it, right? You buy what you can. He buys on a daily basis. Every day he's buying. Look, $33 every single day. Every single day, right? Curve, you see that? Stacking sats. Today, stacked 400. You see what I'm saying? Stacked 400. Stacking sats all day. If you ain't stacking sats, then what the fuck are you doing? Right? I came through, stacked 2,500. Right? Stack sats. That is 3.5 million sats, right? 3.5 million sats. So we doing this, right? Look at my man Alex. Came through again. 3,000. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. So you add it up. That's 5, that's 7, that's 9. That's 9,000. If Bitcoin 10x's, this 9,000 turns to $90,000. So essentially, what we are doing is you're buying $90,000 for $9,000. Man, type 21 if you pick it up what I'm putting down, man. We are buying $90,000 for $9,000. That's the way you want to think about it. You are buying $100,000 for $10,000. You are saving $10,000, and in 10 years, that 10,000 turns to 100 grand, and you didn't have to do nothing. Right? JD, stacking sats. So it's not like it's one person that's doing it, right? We stacking, like we really stacking. Look at my man Trek Designs. Look, stacking sats. 15, 15, 15, 15. You buy what you can, right? We don't look at what's on another person's plate. People can afford what they can afford, depending on what they are trading, what they are doing. Stacking sats, stacking sats, stacking sats. You see that? So it's like savings. There's never a right or wrong time to save. Every day is a good time to put some money away. We just save in Bitcoin, right? So my man saved $5, $10, $10, $10, $10. This is what? $45. If Bitcoin 10x's, that is essentially buying $450 for $45, right? That is the logic. Remember that. Tony Snow, stacking sats, right? If you ain't doing this, man, you selling yourself short. My man, Sound Selection, stacking, right? Stacking. 150. He buys it consistently. All right? So, you know, we doing this. All right. Let's go back to the last part of the presentation. Are you guys picking up this game? If you tired, go to bed, man, because shit. Listen, we'll sleep when we die. We will sleep when we die, man. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Every Saturday, man, we pull up here and we get game. Every Saturday. All right, so where's my thing? Too much to be tired? So you said keep going? All right. You said keep going. Let's keep going. All right. So boom. So this is what you need, right? Master the market, right? This is what you need. Trade it in the zone. Before you try to do anything, everybody take a screenshot of this. And you can find an audiobook version of this on YouTube. Before you attempt to trade, right? Go get this. Go get this book. Trade it in the zone. This isn't about technicals. You're not going to learn any technical shit from this. This is all market psychology, right? This will get your mind right. This will get your mental right. Because if your mental is not right, you're not going to make any money. The market is 90% psychology, 10% skill. I can show you the skill in one day. I pretty much did, right? Candlesticks, buy low, sell high, HODL, right? So this is the trading starter kit, right? You need TradingView, you need Robinhood, you need a Bitcoin wallet, right? It could be Ledger, it could be Trezor, it could be whatever, right? But you're gonna need a trading platform, right? Top brokers for trading stocks: TD Ameritrade, Webull, E-Trade, Robinhood, Fidelity, right? I'm gonna go a little faster. If you don't have enough money yet, right? If you're a peasant in the game, you don't have enough money yet, you can practice risk-free with a demo account on Webull, right? So if you go on Webull, open an account, you go to where it says paper trade, you click on paper trade, you can start practicing with virtual money, right? You can't take the money with you, but it allows you to hone your skills, right? So you can paper trade. Get you a ledger, right? Get you a Trezor, get you a cold card, get you a Bitcoin wallet, right? Because not your keys, not your Bitcoin. So again, Robinhood, go on Robinhood, start on Robinhood, go on Webull or any other platform. It doesn't matter, right? TradingView, you can use the free version, right? Don't pay yet until Thanksgiving, right? During Thanksgiving, they do a massive sale. So just do the free, right? The free is fine. If you are new, use the free, practice, right? And then put some money on the side. Black Friday, they will do a 70% off. Then you buy the premium version for the whole year, right? It's a crazy deal you can't miss. That's what I do. That's what all the folks in my Discord do, right? Then you can get a trading journal. Either you journal on paper or you can try TradeZella, right? You can connect your broker to it and then journal, because journaling is everything, right? I don't know why this one is here, but in 2022, I said this, right? I said, what do you recognize on Twitter? 2022, I said, complete this pattern and change your life forever. There are so many damn clues with this little data, but most people will ignore it. My goal is to make at least $1 billion by 2025. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me what I made. I don't even know why I put this out there, but there was a pattern to this, right? The Bitcoin, the crypto market cap, if you look at it, this is all crypto, not just Bitcoin, right? I said this in 2022. I posted this. Up, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down. This was in 2022. The entire market cap was 797 billion, right? Today, the market cap of the entire crypto space is 2-point-something trillion. You see what I'm saying? So it went from 10 billion down to 5 billion to 7 billion, 17, then 590 billion, right? Then it went down from 590 billion to 128 billion. Then it started creeping up 190, 768. Then in 2021, it went to 2.26 trillion, right? For the first time. Then in 2022, it dipped, right? So this is how you have to look at it. This was a $2.2 trillion market cap. Then it dropped to like 800 billion. So in order for it to go back up to 3 trillion, that means new money came in, right? The same thing is happening now. It went up, 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 and now we are down. So all the money that has gone out will find its way back, right? And your goal is to tap in and make as much as you can, because this when it was 2.2 trillion, it came down. That means people took profits out of it, right? And then from 797, it came back up to like 3 trillion, right? Which means new money came in. So your goal is to position yourself from 2026 to capture the new money that is coming in, because the next bull run, the crypto space may go up as high as 5 trillion, right? So if there's going to be multiple trillions of dollars coming in, your job is to try to get a mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil, 800K, 500K. Who is with me? Who is with me? All right, let's keep it going. As the lunar one, I said an idiot with a plan can beat a genius without a plan. So, do we have a plan or what? Do you think, have you been inspired? Have you been educated? Do you feel like week 1, we actually going somewhere? Do you feel like, okay, I see it. I can dig it, right? Do you feel like you can dig this? Do you feel like you can dig? Man, you guys better be liking this and sharing it and letting people know and